guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we are doing Spacebound
Okay, so yeah, I know this song. I've pretty much known like literally every song so far.
on this album. Yeah,
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 except for like one or something.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
So this is a good one. It's funny. I feel like I'm saying this about every song we do from this album. I explained how when it first came out, I didn't listen to it. And then
Yeah,
there's a few songs I heard that pulled me into the album. I mean, this was one of those songs.
yeah,
So yeah,
that's so funny.
yeah. So we'll check it out. We'll break it down.
Sounds good. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. The links are in the description below, and our username's right there. Okay.
Okay, Spacebound.
Yes.
We touch, I feel a rush. We clutch, it isn't much, but it's enough to make me wonder what's in store for us. It's lust, it's torturous. You must be a sorceress, cause you just did the impossible. Gain my trust. Don't play games, it'll be dangerous if you fuck me over. Cause if I get burnt, I'ma show you what it's like to hurt. Cause I've been treated like dirt before you, and love is evil. Spell it backwards, I'll show you. Nobody knows me, I'm cold. Walk down this road all alone. It's no one's fault but my own. It's the path I've chosen to go. Frozen in snow, I show no emotion whatsoever. So don't ask me why I have no love for these motherfucking hoes. Blood-sucking succubuses. What the fuck is up with this? I've tried in this department, but I ain't had no luck with this. It sucks, but it's exactly what I thought it would be. Like trying to start over. I got a hole in my heart, but some kind of emotional roller coaster. Something I won't go on till you toy with my emotions. So it's over, it's like an explosion every time I hold you. I wasn't joking when I told you, you take my breath away. You're a supernova, and I'm a space-bound rocket ship, and now I'm to the moon. And I made me right at you, right at you. 250,000 miles on a keen eye in June. And I made me right at you.
All right. So I know this song. I never picked up on in the beginning of the song, you hear the sound effects of police sirens and what sounds like a stretcher being pulled out.
Oh,
It's foreshadowing
yeah, I didn't
for,
even really notice that.
yeah, it foreshadows what happens later in the song, which is interesting. I never noticed that till right now.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't say this, but I don't really remember like anything but like the chorus, really.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so he comes in. Yeah, there's nothing before him. Yeah, there's no vocals. It's just he starts his first verse and he says, "We touch, I feel a rush. We clutch. It isn't much, but it's enough to make me wonder what's in store for us. It's lust, it's torturous. You must be a sorceress because you just did the impossible, gain my trust." So he's explaining this budding relationship, that he's just starting to date her. And, he's excited. He feels this rush and he's like, it's not a lot, but it's piqued his interest. He's like, oh, I want to know more about her. I want to get to know her. You know what I mean? He does a good job at like explaining, that situation to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then he says it's lust, it's torturous. So it's funny, he's acknowledging like, oh, he's lusting after her and it's like this exciting thing, but it's torturous because like he doesn't know, you know what I mean? You don't know if it's going to work out or not.
Yeah, but it also sounds like he doesn't have her yet. So that's why.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's torturous because he doesn't know if it's going to work out. Like are we going to
Hmm.
become a thing or not? You know what I mean? And then he says, "You must be a sorceress because you just did the impossible, gain my trust." So it's like, I don't trust anybody. And,
Yeah.
you just gained my trust, and that's not something that happens easily. So something's going on. Then he says, "Don't play games. It'll be dangerous if you fuck me over because I've been burnt. Because I've been burnt before." Okay. Because I've been burnt. I'm gonna show you what it's like to hurt. I have the lyrics on my phone. Getting confused here because these might be right, but they're fucking with me. Yeah. It'll be dangerous if you fuck me over. Because if I get burnt, I'm gonna show you what it's like to hurt. Because I've been treated like dirt before you.
Yeah, so that was right.
Yeah, it says the but I think that's the part that fucked me up.
Mm,
It'd be dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's, self-explanatory. He's saying, don't play no games and fuck around with me because
yeah.
I've been through here. I've been through this shit before. I've been hurt, in relationships. And, if you fuck me over, I'm really gonna hurt you.
Which is crazy because to me it sounds like they haven't even started anything yet.
So it sounds like he talks about they're touching. You know what I mean? So there's something. He's like, we touch. I feel a rush. You know what I mean? It's obviously not an established relationship, but it's enough that she's gained his trust. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So there's some type of budding relationship. Like I was saying, it's like just starting. Um, yeah, I've been treated like dirt before you, and love is evil. Spell it backwards. I'll show you.
Which is such a great line.
Yeah. So he didn't create that. There's
Yeah.
like, it's been around in like poetry and shit, but it is interesting, you know what I mean? So yeah, it goes with his theme, through actually all of his music, but like this song in particular, he's mentioned like, I don't trust women, you know what I mean? Like that's not a thing. And
Yeah.
like,
They gone on for a while.
yeah, exactly. So EVOL sounds like evil. So that's where he gets that from. Then he says, "Nobody knows me, I'm cold. Walk down this road all alone. It's no one's fault but my own. It's the path I've chosen to go. Frozen as snow. I show no emotion whatsoever, so again, it's more in the same vein that, he doesn't trust. He likes to be solo. He doesn't do relationships. But at the same time, it's funny in the last line, he's like, I've been treated like dirt before you, right? So
Yeah,
you
he
would
was
think,
mentioning like Kim, I guess.
yeah, and you would think he'd be saying, that's the reason why I'm solo and alone. But he does say here, he's like, it's no one's fault but my own. It's the path I've chosen to go. So, like, yeah, he's acknowledging, like, I've had bad relationships in the past, but I'm making a conscious decision to, not get into relationships and trust people and, have that connection with people. Then he says, yeah, frozen as snow, I show no emotion whatsoever, so don't ask me why I have no love for these motherfucking hoes. Blood-sucking succubus, what the fuck is up with this? I've tried in this department, but I ain't had no luck with this.
So, succubus, is that like an incubus?
So a succubus, it's like effectively like a leech, the equivalent of that. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
that
it
makes
like
sense.
leeches off, so literally blood sucking. It sucks your blood, you know.
Yeah.
Um, So he's saying, "Hey, I have no love for these hoes. They're always trying to, they're bloodsuckers, whether it's emotionally, you know what I mean, financially. Like his experience is that the women he's interacted with are always like sucking the life out of him, sucking money out of it, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And then he says, "What's the fuck's up with this? I've tried in this department, but I ain't had no luck with this." So another allusion to previous failed relationships.
Why do I feel like this is all like, is there really a girl he's singing about, or is this just to hurt Kim?
So I take this as the exact opposite. When
Really?
he says, I've tried in this department, but I had no luck with this, that's referring to Kim.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if maybe like this isn't really about someone specific, and he's just like, she'll probably get upset if I write a song about another girl who doesn't actually exist.
Oh, that's
I was just
interesting.
wondering. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I take this as, this is a new relationship and
Yeah.
he's taken his shot to Kim by saying like I've had bad luck in the past. That's why this is a big deal for me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean that's how I interpret it at least. Um, so yeah, I ain't had no luck with this. It sucks, but it's exactly what I thought it would be like trying to start over. I got a hole in my heart. I'm some kind of emotional.
From, I thought.
No, so I think it's and some kind of emotional roller coaster, something I won't go on. So the way he says the bar, they're putting the periods in weird places here. So He says, "It sucks, but it's exactly what I thought it would be like trying to start over. I got a hole in my heart, but some kind of emotional roller coaster's something I won't go on. So you toy with my emotion, so it's over." So yeah, he's saying he has. So this is exactly what I thought it would be like trying to start over. That's an allusion to his relationship with Kim. You know what
Yeah,
I
there's
mean?
been a couple of allusions to that, which is what made me think like if this was just literally written to make her feel bad.
No, I imagine it. I imagine it's real. There was like known, people that he was dating back, around these times.
Okay.
I mean, obviously there was Mariah, which was way earlier, but
Yeah, and I don't think he would have written, based on what he written about her, I don't think this song would be about her too.
no, this is way after all the Mariah
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Would even like reminiscent,
Mhm.
I don't think.
This more sounds to me like a contemporary, roughly, from when the song was written. That's an experience. I mean, obviously it's not real because of the way the song ends, but so yeah, he's saying this is exactly what he thought it would be like trying to start over. So he's like, yeah, this fucking sucks. I didn't want to go through this again, and I'm slightly putting myself out there, and it sucks just like I thought it would. It says I got a hole in my heart, so he's acknowledging,
Yeah,
he's
sad.
empty, and he says, some kind of emotional roller coaster, something I won't go on. So he's not going to go on an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to deal with the drama and the ups and downs of a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Um, and then he says, "So you toy with my emotions, so it's over. It's like an explosion every time I hold you. Wasn't joking when I told you you take my breath away. You're a supernova, and I'm." So yeah, he's saying, "I don't want this bullshit. So if you're gonna toy and play these games with me, that's it. I'm out." But that being said, it's an explosion. I really like what's going on here. I really like what's starting to form between us.
Yeah, it's like exciting, like a new relationship. Like you get the butterflies,
Yeah.
but then you just got to see if once what's it called again? The newly, what is it again?
What? Like,
Like when you're like first in a relationship with someone, you get like the butterflies and all that stuff.
it's like
Like the newlywed thing or whatever.
newlywed syndrome.
I can't
Yeah. It's like
remember,
a
but
pink cloud.
if
They
the
call it
if it
recovery.
yeah, it fades. And then
Yeah.
you just see if like it can survive or not after that fades.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take my breath away. You're a supernova, and I'm. So the supernova ties into the chorus and the title of the song, which is Spacebound. And he says, "I'm a spacebound rocket ship, and your heart's the moon." So he doesn't say it. I actually don't know. Does it say who's singing this? Steve McEwen. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Let's
Eminem
see.
always finds these people who I've never heard of to
Yeah,
sing. Well, not like every time, a lot of, he does work with a lot of big stars, but like anyone who's like a random name like that, I've literally never seen another thing that they've done.
I know it's so weird. That's like Lupe Fiasco works with this guy, what he did in the past, named Matthew Santos, and he sings, and it's incredible. And I've never heard work from him anywhere else
Mm.
except with Lupe. And I'm like, oh, what happens to these people's careers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Eminem with like Skylar Grey.
So she's got a budding career now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? She's got kind of famous
yeah, I
as a
guess.
result of it, but the other ones, I don't fucking know.
I just know like one or two songs by her and just her.
I mean, I don't listen to any of them. You know what I mean? But I think people do. So yes, he says, Steve McEwen
Yeah.
says, "I'm a spacebound rocket ship and your heart's the moon, and I'm aiming right at you, 250,000 miles on a clear night in June, and I'm aiming right at you, right at you." So, it's a metaphor. So he's a rocket ship and her heart is the moon. So he's aiming for her heart. He's trying to make his way to her heart. He
Hmm.
wants this relationship to work. And it says 250,000 miles on a clear night in June. So interesting. Apparently, in June, that time of the year, that is roughly how far the moon is from the Earth.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not just like a random number, apparently. It's like around there, you know what I mean? 250 something thousand, whatever it is.
That was a nice thing to do. I
Yeah.
like that.
And then the 250,000 miles on a clear night in June. So he's a rocket ship, so he can make it there. But I don't know if that's like he's trying to say this is a very long distance for me to get there. Do you know what I mean? It's tough to get there. I don't know if that's what he's aiming at, or if it was just, we're putting this in for the chorus.
Well, it's always tough. If it were easy, why would you want it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then also, what's interesting, you said that like it seems like I don't remember what happens in this song, that like the relationship doesn't work out, right?
Yeah, you'll see.
So this chorus, you could either take it as he's on his way to your heart, or like, I mean, it's a spaceship going into a heart, and like my first thought was it all exploding into a fire on impact. So
Yeah.
I guess you could take it as that if it doesn't work out in the end.
Yeah. So there's actually
Maybe.
a hypothetical, not hypothetical. There's a question that we'll have to debate once the song's over around what's happening in the song because you could kind of interpret it one of two ways.
Yeah.
So you'll see when we get there. All right,
Okay.
yeah, we'll pick up here. Let's see.
I'll do whatever it takes. When I'm with you, I get the shakes. My body aches when I ain't with you. I have zero strength. There's no limit on how far I would go. No boundaries, no lengths. Why do we say that until we get that person that we think's gonna be that one? And then once we get them, it's never the same. You want them when they don't want you. Soon as they do, feelings change. It's not a contest of nine. I'm no conquest for no mate. I wasn't looking when I stumbled onto you. Must have been fate. Put so much at the stake. What the fuck does it take? Let's cut to the chase, but the door shuts in your face. Promise me if I cave in and break and leave myself open that I won't be making a mistake. Cause I'm a
spacebound rocket ship and your heart's the moon. And I'm aiming right at you, right at you. 250,000 miles on a clear night in June. And I'm aiming right at you, right at you, right at you.
It was such a short verse, the second one.
Yeah, I felt like that was an early pause.
Yeah, it was the end of
Yeah.
the verse, though. So he says, I'll do whatever it takes. When I'm with you, I get the shakes. My body aches when I ain't with you. I have zero strength.
So she's like his lifeblood.
Yeah, so wait. I do whatever it takes. When I'm with you, I get the shakes. So he shakes when he's with her.
Like,
Maybe
you make
excitement?
me nervous.
Maybe that makes sense. Because then the shakes and then body aches, like, I was thinking like in the like withdrawal, you know what I mean? Which is what the body aches is alluding to. But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what's the
Well,
shakes? Is it being nervous,
so
excited?
I will say, yesterday when I got laid off by my job, I had, I had such high anxiety that I was literally shaking. And yeah, so that could be what he was referring to.
It's nervous energy that's making him shake.
Yeah, and also to the person who commented on one of our videos, don't quit your day jobs. Joke's on you because I actually got laid off
That's so
and didn't
funny.
quit.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, if anyone's hiring, hit me up.
That's really funny. Um,
I major in clinical research. Okay.
all right. So yes, my body aches when I ain't. So when he's not with her, he's aching. It's this withdrawal type symptom. With you, when I ain't with you, I have zero strength. So he's weak.
Did I just throw you off your game with that comment?
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to say after that. Like,
Well, it's not like he's not finding out for the first time.
yeah,
I told him yesterday.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we've already talked about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it performatively be like, I'm so sorry for this video.
It's fine. It's recession, people. It's coming.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, for sure. We're fucked. Definitely.
We'll work. We'll do moose stuff for food.
Moose stuff. All right. So with you, I have zero strength. When I ain't with you, zero strength. There's no limit on how far I would go. No boundaries, no lengths. why do we say that until we get that person that we think? So, okay, I'll just finish this part. So, there's no limit on how far I would go, no boundaries, no length. So, he's going to do anything to make this fucking work. He'll do anything for her. You know what I mean? And there's nothing he won't do. No boundaries, no lengths. And he says, why do we say that until we get that person that we think's going to be the one, going to be that one? I feel like this is worded weird, although last time I didn't think it was.
No, I think it's accurate. I used to put this as like my away message or like my Facebook status all the time
That we think's going to be,
back in the day.
yeah. Why do we say that until we get the person that we think's going to be that one? And then once we get them, it's never the same. You want them when they don't want you. As soon as they do, feelings change. So he's saying, he's going to do anything for her and stuff. But then it's interesting. It takes this turn because he's like, we say that, and then once we get it, we don't want it anymore.
Well, because he didn't really want it in the first place. It was just because it was difficult.
But you think that you want it, though. You know what I mean?
Well, because you realize you're like, hey, like this person seems interesting, and then you're like, let's go talk to them, and then like they like don't really reciprocate, and then you're like, ooh, now I really want it. Like, yeah, toxic.
Yeah. So, yeah, once we get them, it's never the same. You want them when they don't want you. As soon as they do, feelings change. So this actually gives more context. I'll come back to this line after the song ends so I could, talk about what may or may not be happening throughout this song. As soon as they do, feelings change. It's not a contest, and I ain't on no conquest for no mate. I wasn't looking, but I thought it was when I stumbled on you. Why are all these lyrics fucking me up?
Maybe you memorize, like, I'll tell you if I don't look at the lyrics to a song and I just listen to a song and I learn the lyrics that way, half the time it's like completely wrong. The other half the time I'm mumbling complete nonsense.
Yeah, sometimes I do that too. This song I know pretty well. Like if it was just playing, I probably could like recite it, but the words are here are fucking me up, which it usually doesn't. Um, I wasn't looking when I stumbled onto you.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean it's a stupid difference, or when.
but it hits the ear wrong.
Yeah, I'm like that's not the word I know. Yes, so I wasn't looking when I stumbled on to you must have been fate. So he's saying it's not a contest and I ain't on a conquest. So yeah, he literally was not looking to get into this relationship. He wasn't looking for any relationship. It kind of just happened. And he said it must have been fate
Mm.
that intervened. But so much is at stake. What the fuck does it take? Let's cut to the chase before the door shuts in your face. Promise me if I cave in and break and leave myself open that I won't be making a mistake because and then it goes into the chorus. So yeah, he's like, what's going on here? We got a lot at stake. Let's just make this work or not. You know what I mean?
I'm wondering if he's talking about if she's the one who doesn't want him now that they're together, or if he's the one who doesn't want her now that they're together. I think
So
it's him.
so it's all right. Especially since you don't remember third verse, we're gonna have to come back to that. But I agree. But anybody who doesn't know this song, they don't know either. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't know where the song ends. So these words may mean something different now than they do at the end of the song.
And the weirdest part is like as we get to each verse, I'm like, I don't remember the rest, and then I hear it and I start singing the words, and I'm like, I don't know. I still don't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's more of a memory thing.
Brain is a strange thing.
Yeah, like when the music's playing, you're like, oh, I know what the next word is, even though you're not like internalizing it. You know what I mean? It just is like a muscle memory thing. All right.
So after a year and 6 months, it's no longer me that you want. But I love you so much it hurts. Never mistreated you once. I pour my heart out to you. Let down my guard, swear to God. I blow my brains in your lap. Lay here and die in your arms. Drop to my knees and I'm bleeding. I'm trying to stop you from leaving. You won't even listen, so fuck it. I'm trying to stop you from breathing. I put both hands on your throat. I sit on top of you, squeezing till I snap your neck like a popsicle stick. Ain't a possible reason I can think of to let you walk about this house and let you live. Tears stream down both of my cheeks. Then I let you go and just give. Before I put that gun to my temple, I told you this. And I will do anything for you to show you how much I told you. but it's over now. It's too late to save our love. Just promise me you'll think of me every time you look up in the sky and see a star. Cause I'm a
Spaceman rocket ship and our hearts to the moon. Can I baby ride at you? Ride at you. 250,000 miles on a clear night in June. And I'm so lost without you. Without you. Without you.
So like really, really, really quick, it's like super weird and kind of crazy. So if you follow our channel, you know that I really like watching true crime documentaries like every other woman in America. And I was actually watching one of this girl named Haley who went to Binghamton, and she was like had like a little fling with this guy she was friends with named Orlando, who then eventually, like, she didn't want him anymore, blah blah blah, and then she managed to go back to his apartment or whatever with him on campus, and then she fell asleep and he strangled her to death. And that's like literally how the song ends, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's funny.
I was like, oh my God, that's really weird.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Although it's probably pretty common. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're like a narcissistic male who thinks that he owns everybody.
I'm saying like the manner of killing for the, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I feel like the
mm,
strangulations are probably
there's so
common.
many ways to kill someone.
Yeah, that's like shooting, stabbing.
Actually, I take that back. People get quite creative sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, not in real life, but like if you've ever looked in like a forum and people talking about just like joking around and being like internet warriors and telling people the ways that they'll kill them, they're quite creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird. Okay.
All right. So, third and final verse. So, after a year and 6 months, it's no longer me that you want, but I love you so much it hurts, never mistreated you once. So, we got the answer to your question before. So, a year and 6 months pass, and she doesn't want him anymore. And he says, but I love you so much it hurts. I never mistreated you once. So, what the fuck? Why are we breaking up? I was so good to you. I poured my heart out to you, let down my guard, swear to God. I'll blow my brains in your lap, lay here and die in your arms. So obviously this crazy, mind state he's in, but he's like, I never mistreated you. I gave you all of me. I let down my guard, and I will kill myself right now. You
And
know,
if all those things are true, then she's just looking for some toxicity.
yeah,
Mistreat her. She'll stay with you.
yeah.
Don't take that advice. That was a joke.
Yes. Then he says, yeah, lay here and die in your arms, drop to my knees, and I'm pleading. I'm trying to stop you from leaving. You won't even listen, so fuck it. I'm trying to stop you from breathing. So he's begging her not to leave, literally on his knees pleading, please don't leave me, trying to stop her from leaving, but she doesn't want to hear it. And he says, so fuck it. I'm trying to stop you from breathing.
So much for dying in your arms.
So
It's like the
he
opposite.
still kind of does. So then he says, I put both hands on your throat. I sit on top of you squeezing till I snap your neck like a popsicle stick. Ain't no possible reason I could think of to let you walk up out this house and let you live. So yeah, now I mean, I don't need to explain it. He literally describes what he's doing. He's
Yeah.
strangling her on top of her, snapping her neck. Ain't no possible reason I could think of to let you walk up out of this house and let you live. So he's like, oh, I have to kill you. There's no other, you know what I mean? It's like not even an option for him not to be killing her, which is funny because this is like a love song. And then it takes this very dark, twisted turn in the third verse.
Which tells me it wasn't really a love song to begin with.
I mean, from his perspective, it is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then he says, tears stream down both of my cheeks. Then I let you just go and give. And before I put that gun to my temple, I told you this.
And in that true crime documentary, the guy did attempt at trying to kill himself, but he failed. He
Yeah.
tried to hang himself and like fell and hit his head.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, it's not that I find it funny. It's just he just killed someone and tried to kill himself, so it is kind of funny. He's a piece of shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, and I let you go and give it before I put that gun. So he said, I put the gun to my temple and I told you this. And then you hear the gunshot. So we hear the gunshot, but then after the gunshot, we hear what he said before he shot himself, which is, and I would have done anything for you to show you how much I adored you, but it's over now. It's too late to say our love, to save our love. Just promise me you'll think of me every time you look up in the sky and see a star, cause and then it goes spacebound rocket
She's
ship.
dead though.
Yes. So okay, so this is what I was referring to throughout the video. So it sounds like he's rapping this song in front of her dead body.
But he shot himself in the head.
Yeah. But when the song starts, he's in front of her dead body. Do you know what I mean? And he's relaying the story. It seems like. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Unless you're just looking at this objectively as like a song and he's telling us like, but he's talking to her the whole time. So we touch, I feel
Yeah.
the rush, we clutch, it isn't much, but it's enough to mend.
Or it could just be like a story over time. Like it's literally like talking to her over the course of their relationship or something.
Yeah, I mean, because the beginning, it's he's describing it as if he's in the moment of like this is happening. We're starting to get to know each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, but yeah, so I'm not sure if it's that, if it is, just a story, or if the whole song is actually taking place, you know, from he just killed her to the point of him killing himself. Do you know what I mean? And he's recounting it
Yeah.
there.
I don't know.
I don't actually know either. So yeah, and then that's it. It goes back to the chorus. The only slight difference is
The last
I'm so
sentence.
lost without you instead of I'm aiming right at you. Um,
Well,
okay.
maybe you shouldn't have killed her then.
Yeah. So, Spacebound.
I forgot that's how it ended. And it's so funny because I know the words to it.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It's so weird how the brain works like that. Very interesting. But yeah, the song's really good. The raps are not very complicated at all.
Yeah.
The love and evil, that was cool. But like everything's pretty much more like storytelling and like more self-explanatory. But it does make for like a very interesting song. The beat is pretty cool. Like it's like easy, like acoustic guitar. And yeah, killing her in the end. I remember I loved this song when I was younger.
Yeah, me too. It's great. I agree. There's not a lot of like complex like hidden double meanings, double
At
entendres.
least none that we have
It's
found.
yeah, I mean there might be some light stuff. It's not like
Light stuff.
crazy, you know what I mean?
Some light
Um
work.
yeah. And yeah, it's straightforward. It's easy to interpret. It's a straightforward story. Like I said, there was a little bit of a question in my mind as to, what's going on in the song in terms of are all of these verses taking place as he killed her? Do you know what I mean? I just don't know. But like I mentioned when we first started the video, the song starts with police sirens and what sounds like a stretcher, which it was a murder suicide. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Um,
So it's like,
well, it definitely doesn't take place after because he's dead.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was all over. I'm so fucking tired. So I kept losing my place and fucking up. So this video probably sucks, but it is what it is. It happens.
It's okay.
Care.
Okay.
I don't care enough to re-record it. So putting it out.
A fantastic way to end this.
S-
All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye.